Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Here we are. Dirt to dirt, dirt to dirt,
Dirt to dirt,
dirt to dirt.
dirt,
They can't
dirt.
even see us yet.
They
Dirt,
can't see
dirt.
us.
No, they can
They
now.
can't see. They can't see faces
Oh, we were gonna have an
that we're
intro
making.
today, but we had some confusion, so there was no intro. No new sound, no new nothing. Just a new chapter.
Just a new chapter,
Well,
turning a page.
yeah, it's a little bittersweet.
Bitters. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, we have spent a lot of time working hard together,
Yes,
the two of us.
we
That's going to continue. That's not
we
what I mean
have.
by the next chapter. But
Unfortunately, we're stuck with each other for a good while.
we're
No, I'm just
adding more
joking.
people though.
Yes.
There've been all we'll see, but there's always been more people.
Yes.
There's never been a moment that there was never a moment that I thought, hey, this is the one thing we're doing.
Hmm?
I don't think either of us have ever been like, yep, and what we do for a living is a podcast. We're gonna make more podcasts and do da da da. No,
No, not that.
it's not who we are.
It's not just that.
On top of it all, for those of you that don't know, everybody, because I haven't said it yet. Last Monday show.
Last month.
You hate Mondays. You hate Mondays anyways.
I'm like Garfield, dude.
Oh, I just can't even.
Is it Garfield that hates Mondays, or does he?
Everybody hates Mondays.
Okay.
Garfield specifically hates Mondays and eats lasagna, which is unusual for a cat.
Okay.
But I think the Monday hating is pretty.
I do love lasagna. Lasagna's pretty.
You know what? I had an idea for Irish lasagna.
What do you mean?
Well, you would take
What is that?
potatoes and slice them thin,
Okay.
and you use that for the layers where you would normally use the noodles. But you would
Wait.
still
so-
do it like the whole. You'd build it exactly like a lasagna.
yeah.
You would just switch out potatoes for noodles.
So you'd make lasagna, but with potatoes.
Right.
That actually sounds kind of good.
It'd probably be fire as hell. It's well. So what did it
Would
do?
you go with like cheese and
Yeah, no, you do the whole nine.
Okay.
Meat and the whole. I mean,
Okay.
I don't need any of the stuff in there.
Right.
I dream in ideas that aren't even related to
You
me.
dream in food?
I do. I dream in menus.
Man,
I
that
have,
must be so cool. That must be the coolest dream.
well, no. So what it'll for me like so we joke about. I've always joked about having a food truck called Balls Deep.
I'm talking about balls deep. I'm talking
in
about balls deep.
in love. Talking about. Anyways, those of you who don't know, it's a Family Guy reference. Cleveland Brown Jr. was singing about greatest moment in your life is when you're all the way in a ball pit, and that was what he was singing about.
Yeah.
But the song came up there.
It was very it's very different.
I'm talking about balls deep in
Very-
love was
very
the
different
refrain. Yeah,
context.
yeah, it kind of hits you a little different, but because and everybody thinks I'm crazy. I can make a vegetarian meatball. I can make a crab ball that just blows your mind. I can make Greek like the Euro meat, but they're meatballs, so it's all. And I can make all of that, and Italian and the whole nine. And then what you do is you can either do them in bread or in a wrap, and you just do 3 balls. You roll it up, and you can go roll with it. But everything's balls.
Is that your retirement plan? You're just gonna make a food truck called Balls Deep and go across the country?
The only way I will make a food truck
Uh-huh.
is if Seth MacFarlane buys me a food truck with the Cleveland Brown Jr. logo on the side of it, and he's balls deep.
So he has to be in the ball pit on the side of the.
Oh God! But the balls need to be instead of the traditional ball pit balls.
Can I make?
They need to look like meatballs and veggie balls.
Can I make a request for the back of the van though? It has to be. It has to be Jeff.
No, you're okay. You're mixing your metaphors.
No, I'm not mixing them.
No. No. Here's the problem.
Okay.
Now I need Seth MacFarlane,
Uh-huh.
and I need. Oh my God! I'm gonna draw a blank.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone. See, now I
Yeah.
need a whole.
Oh, you need a crew. That's different.
The
It's
problem
very
is
different. Okay,
that
I
at
got
that point, the 3 of them would have to talk.
you. It would have to be a collaborative thing.
I mean, okay, if
I'm telling you, if you could pull that off,
if
that's
Seth MacFarlane decides
dude.
that when he's making the Balls Deep food truck for me, that he wants to call Trey and Matt and asked if we can sell chocolate salty balls as well as the dessert,
yeah.
and if they will license Chef on the back with a big chocolate salty, it can say chocolate salty balls,
Right.
and then on the side it can say balls deep. and it needs to be really colorful.
Yeah, of course, it's got to be
You know,
colorful.
and it's gotta
You
it's
know,
gotta have Cleveland Brown Jr. on both sides.
right? Cleveland Brown on both
And with
sides.
balls, I think I could open up both. I want a both sides food truck instead of a single. You know, like some of them you can open on one side.
You gotta play balls deep on
So
repeat. Dude.
if somebody out there knows Seth MacFarlane, I, I I guess at that point I would have to give in and at least do a
You gotta
tour
make
in the balls deep truck.
you gotta make the horn balls deep. I'm talking about balls deep.
No, it just says in love. It just says the in love
In
part
love?
at the end. In love. I'm talking about balls deep. I'm talking about balls deep. I'm talking about balls deep in love. Ooh, that was bad. It went
It was
crackly
pretty fun to
poppy.
watch though.
It was crackly poppy.
Crack, snap, crackle, pop.
Oh man, there's things that live down. I don't know what's in my throat. Dear God.
Frog?
HPV if I'm lucky. Dear God, I don't know.
If you were Shakira, it'd be a frog. Be a
It'd
frog
be a
in your
frog.
throat. Yeah.
Yeah, frog.
That's the tall tale they tell. You know, that Shakira has a frog in her throat. Things like that.
So, chapter 2.
Chapter 2.
Seeing beyond ourselves.
Yeah.
The cool part is some of that is also seeing more of you. You know, that I think that to some extent, that's kind of what we're trying to do is constantly raise that game, but it's all the same. If you know what I mean, that when I see our movement, I see us always moving in the same direction.
Mm-hmm.
I know it doesn't look like that I know it doesn't. That as much as the first chapter was us, honing our skills,
Right.
spending more time here.
Right.
Yes, we've taken note of a few complaints.
Mm.
So today, tell me about your life. Lay down on the couch. So we're not gonna do a lot of therapy. We're gonna try and ease away from the therapy. That was what the first chapter was about. That's my point.
Right.
That as much as there are moments in those first 74 episodes of uncomfortableness,
Mm-hmm.
of people going, I'm not sure I can watch that. Not because it's bad, but because it's uncomfortable.
Well, no, when we first started talking about this, you constantly kept saying that the first episodes that we do, like the first couple episodes that we do, I would say the first 74, but not really though, because I think we
fine.
hit a groove around 50. I think around 50
Well,
we
but then
really hit a
again,
groove.
The thing that hits me is I can remember first week.
Yeah, I think
Some
first
of us
week was really
some
good.
of us we were just there are pieces we were blown away by. So I look back and I see it's like life.
Yeah.
Okay. Endlessly what we're trying to paint is a picture that people can relate to. I know sometimes that can be uncomfortable.
Mm.
Because the reality is life is uncomfortable. There are moments this is uncomfortable. What makes people uncomfortable is we try
Mm-hmm.
not to hide it.
Yeah.
Because you can't figure out where the lines are.
Mm-hmm.
Can't communicate.
Mm-hmm.
That we've spent 74 episodes finding things out.
Mm-hmm.
Not about, hey, what happened exactly in your life? Where are your facts?
Right.
We talk about experience here.
Right.
That, you know what, I've mentioned this a few times, it's topical to whatever we're going through. So if it felt uncomfortable to watch us some days,
Because it was uncomfortable to go through.
I
Probably.
promise it was uncomfortable in the room.
It probably was.
That if what you saw in the last month was, wow, Matt's smoking a lot more. Wow, Ross and Matt are cussing a lot more. Wow, some of this looks like uncomfortable therapy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What you were witnessing was a birth.
A birth?
A birth.
Birth of what?
Us. Studio. The more pieces. So think of it as the first The
Mhm.
reason I say a birth is like sticking your head out,
Mhm.
seeing the climate, and going, "Damn, I don't know if I want to be out there."
Right.
Can you imagine
Right.
if when you were born? God, I have this picture now in my head.
When you were born, you just peek your head out and you're like looking around and stuff. And you're like,
I'm
you know
literally
what?
I'm
No.
literally
And
picturing
you're like a
like,
turtle. You just. That's horrible.
no, no, no,
The mom would be like, "Yo, what is he doing? Can I see my baby?
Can I see my baby?
They do the mirror and everything, and the baby's looking around and stuff, and
No, the baby's
he's
just
like,
going
he
like,
shakes his head, and
no,
then he goes back in.
baby
He's
full
like,
on,
"Yo, what is he doing?"
baby full on talking seconds old.
The doctor's like, "Yo, he's turtle
Hell
shelling."
no.
He's like, "He's turtle shelling. We gotta pull him
He's
out now."
he's turtling, he's
He's
turtling.
turtling. He's turtling. You gotta pull him out now.
What if babies did that? That'd be so awesome.
I'm telling you.
No, he's turtling.
He's turtling.
Just to hear doctors scream
Right.
that in the operation room. He's turtling.
Yo,
Nurses running around
Yo.
with their hands in the air going, no, he's turtling.
cut to a comedian going up there and being like, "Yo, when I was born, bro, I didn't want to do this stuff, man. I looked outside and I was like, no,
No.
okay, I'm going back in. Okay, they said I was turtling. I heard them. I was like, no, I don't want to do this.
I'm going to go back in here and eat my twins. Screw this.
I'm gonna eat my twin.
I got a meal in here. Never
This
mind.
woman feeds me. Okay, I don't gotta do nothing. I don't gotta walk. I don't gotta talk. I don't gotta do nothing. But sit here and breathe this
But-
fluid.
Now we're in the world.
Right. Well,
No more turtling.
I feel
No,
like
but do you follow? Okay,
I feel like
follow
we
the
needed-
metaphor.
I feel like we needed. This is okay. This is why I guess I didn't feel that I was coming down on the show hard when we first talked about it. In retrospect, I feel like I might have been coming down a little too hard.
Were you turtling?
But I was also
no,
thinking,
you were turtling.
But I was also
like, this is my.
I was also thinking
Did you win?
I think that it's a good thing. I think that it's a good thing that we got a lot of that stuff out.
That's my point.
And part of it is that once we bring in more people, part of it is we're going to fade to the background on every other thing
Mm-hmm.
to some extent.
Well, yeah.
And it's going to be that this is going to become our show where we're just like, we're doing us. You know, we're doing our thing. And it's going to be that.
And it's going to be this.
It's gonna be.
Here's the fun
fact. I think when you add in more people, this show is gonna become more fun. I think
this show becomes the spot where you're going. Wait a minute, they're telling a story about working on like this is the almost behind the scenes for us.
Yeah.
To some extent, in the sense that some of the experiences, and we're gonna be more vocal about it. We've always kind of shared a little. We'll talk about, man, so and so was in the studio, and we were making. That there's gonna be some more of that.
Right.
Okay.
Right. There's definitely gonna be more of that. There's gonna be a whole bunch of stuff going on.
A whole bunch of stuff going on.
Totally, dude. And I remember you was talking about when can we start doing shows and things, and I was thinking about that, and even that's gonna add another piece where it's like, okay. This is a little sneak peek of a song we made.
We'll get a shout out, I think, in here somewhere.
We'll get a shout out? Yeah. We'll get a shout out towards the middle. Yeah.
What? What he said? What the fuck? What?
You just what? What?
What?
What?
Everybody gonna say what? We run this.
Oh snap! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! We can't play the whole thing. We can't give him the whole thing yet. We gotta give him a little sneak peek, you know,
This
little
is not
teaser.
a good enough version.
Huh?
Don't worry, it's way for you. We can talk over the
Oh,
end.
okay. You want to talk over the rest of it so that we
Bring
can.
it back. Bring it back. See? Seth ain't happy with you trying to get away from it, man. He said, bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back.
Nah, you gotta stop it. I like this part. Stop it. Stop it. I can't let them hear that yet. Stop it. Stop it. Wait.
God, you
Yeah,
got
there we go.
issues.
Nah, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, they gonna love it. They gonna love it. When they finally hear it, they gonna
They
love
have
that.
heard it, and you're not letting. I've got it
gonna
right
love
here.
it.
I could put it anywhere I
They
want.
gonna love it.
I know, but quit. Stop.
Play it till they love it. Start to...
Why you do that?
I was trying to make a Mike Tyson reference, but
Why'd
it
you
didn't
do
quite work
that?
out.
What happened?
Why did I do that?
Yeah, you flipped out at the end.
Give him a piece. Something.
Dude,
give him
we literally,
something, but don't
there's
give him
nobody
everything.
watching the
I know.
show.
Well, yeah, good point. Good point. Good ass point.
I could have done the whole thing uninterrupted,
Well,
and you could have pointed people at it a
well,
week from now.
Well,
Because it's not like you uploaded
I got
it
the
yet.
video. Video's gonna be done today. Video's gonna be done today, so it's not like.
What?
Well, that's what I'm gonna go work on after this.
Where's the line?
Where's the line?
That's why a combination of that and cutting it shorter so we could play it at the beginning of the show was the only reason I saw that. I was like, damn, I didn't do it on purpose. It was just what was in my head.
yeah, it was pretty. Hey, man, I really like it because it's just us having fun and stuff. I even think the one we did after that was pretty good too. I might have to
The
go
hook?
get that one. No, why? It was either
Yeah, I like
why
Why
or
too.
it was either why or how or something.
I know we did How.
There was one that wasn't that good, but the other one, like there
How
was
didn't-
two of them that we did.
I
that
think
were really
How
good.
ended up being a little weird.
Yeah, yeah,
Ow.
but why?
I
Why
think
was
Why
that?
ended
I
up
think
being-
why was
Why?
pretty good. I think.
Why?
Why?
Why? I mean, so we've done. Maybe we just need to keep doing them until we get them right. Maybe we need to work
Right.
on each of our questions. Where?
Where?
There, where? There,
There?
where? There,
Where?
where? There,
Where?
there, where? What do you wear? You got on a shirt covered in dirt. Where? There, where?
Everywhere.
There. Okay. Everywhere. It-
But no, I like
But so the reason I'm sharing that,
the whole reason
to somebody someday when they listen to it,
someday.
God, we have fun. It's
Dude,
it's
just play
in,
around.
like it's the point of that is the infectiousness of the silliness, the pieces that make us more than a podcast.
That's true. That's very true.
That people, I think, sometimes go, okay, so he works for 45 minutes a day.
Right.
That's what it's what they see of us.
More than that, but you know.
Well, no, but what they see of us is
Right.
45 minutes a day, Monday through Friday.
True.
God, the amount of time we spend talking, like, and our interactions with people all over the world.
Yeah.
You know, that we backed away from the morning show, but we didn't.
Back
we
away
still-
from the people.
We didn't
I was
back
gonna
away
say,
from
yeah.
the people.
Yeah. I almost figure we could probably still pull off a morning show now, and I think we would have a better time at it now, because I feel like
Maybe after
you know
May.
a lot more people like
Yeah,
around
no,
the world now.
That would be that would be fun, and maybe after
Yeah.
May.
Maybe we'll get back to that. We'll think
So
about that again.
let's break down
Yeah.
chapter 2.
Okay.
Let's break down where we're really at. There's going to be a Kickstarter month.
Yes.
Fundraising. Welcome to public radio. I like to think of us as radio-free radio without the radio.
Mm,
You know, that what our goal is to, just like a radio station, have a range of content. That the music, as we've both said over and over again, has always been a piece in trying to figure out how that fits in.
right.
We do have a Ditto account. We have the ability to release music.
Yes.
We could do that.
I should.
So that way when we
I'm
play,
gonna
that way
start.
when we play it on Spotify, we get 1/100 millionth of a cent.
I'm gonna have to start actually songs, but I'm getting closer and closer. So I'm working on it more.
Yes. We need
That's
output.
what she said.
Yeah, we need output.
More emphatically, but you know.
Right. I would like to finish. Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Sitting in disgust. That poor song of yours, just wishing she could finish.
I got something I gotta tell you off
Make
camera.
love, not war, my friend. Make love, not war. Shh. Then don't talk about it now.
I won't.
But there's more to it.
Uh-huh.
I was struck by the discussion of that library in the Netherlands. That it was a discussion about the idea of people actually seeing other people's experiences.
Dude, I totally want to share with ask him like, hey, can I just record this conversation, please?
Well, and the trick is, no, that's what we're doing.
right.
We are recording that conversation. We're
Right.
going to talk to those people, and not about. We were talking about Johnny Depp, being that tomorrow is Amber Heard Day.
Amber Turd Day.
Maybe.
Anyways,
Yes, in honor of Johnny Depp,
fuck Amber.
tomorrow is May the Turd be with you.
I'm sorry.
May Amber
I'm
Heard
sorry.
never be
Family
forgotten.
members that watch sometimes, not really, but
What about Amber? Why? The turd?
no,
Or
cause
did you cuss again?
yeah, but
Stop that.
I'll stop. I had to say it about Amber. I don't like her.
No, yeah, but
I
no.
don't like her.
She's beginning to suing people for defamation. Don't do that.
Well, she can sue me specifically because
Oh,
I don't
I'm
have any
sure-
money. I don't have anything to give her.
Okay, so give me
So-
a minute. Don't get lost in that. That's what
Okay.
we weren't talking about Johnny Depp.
Well, yeah, we won't.
That what
get
we
lost in
talked
that.
about was here's the imaginary
Dream sequence.
dream sequence. We happen to be talking to Johnny Depp. The question I had for Johnny Depp was, oh my God, you were so young when the whirlwind started.
Right.
When the fame, the adulation, the overwhelming nature of your success. And I can see that you've struggled with that all the way through. Where have you found or have you been able to find a calm? I can see you searching for it.
Mm-hmm.
I have questions that aren't about.
I would. There's a couple of different actors I would like to ask that question. Leo is one of them.
Leo's decided to use it.
what's
I mean,
his
not use
name?
it, but to just
Joseph Gordon-Levitt's
love
one
it.
of them.
Right?
There's a
Because
couple
he's got
different.
Hit Record,
there's a
which
couple.
everybody should check out Hit Record.
Yeah, I need to give that more
and
attention.
Tobacco Land in Gehenna.
But
Sam's the best guy in the world, and he sponsors the show.
oh yeah,
He
definitely,
has
he's amazing.
the widest selection in CBD behind the gas station at Agler and Stigler.
Yup.
The point is, we're wanting to hear the human stories. I want to talk to people about who they really are, as opposed to talk to whatever mask they usually
Right.
wear.
Right.
I'm interested in the humanity of it. We've got an interview on Monday with an amazing woman who has worked, in Zen Buddhist tradition, literally all over the world. We'll get you more about that. But what exactly want to nail in on as far
Right.
as this patient? I ended up going, I think I sent back to her, what if you wanted to tell people about who you are? If there's a piece, what piece defines you for you?
Right.
That's it.
Right.
What's that story?
Okay.
So, how did you end up where you are?
Right.
One of my favorite questions for everybody is, what was your very first thought? What's the first thing you can remember?
Right.
Yours is not great. Mine is pretty happy.
Actually, no, mine's pretty great.
Okay, but I thought
That's pretty cool. But
that you
we
still
won't-
feel good about it.
yeah,
It was
it's
just
still
it
pretty
was a
cool.
weird, right? When
Yeah.
weren't your mom and your grandma arguing?
No, there's one before that.
Oh, is there? What's
There's
the?
there's one before that. We were at Magic Mountain. It was a
Ooh,
birthday.
nice. Okay.
I think I was either 4 or 5 or 6. One of those ages.
One of those.
Yeah. But I remember it pretty.
That mine is technically it's the van before we move in Northwood 5 in Ann Arbor.
Mhm.
But as much as I remember leaning my head against the glass in the van and the size of the van, because back then you could ride in the back with stuff, and I was riding in the back with stuff. That my clearest memory is us standing at the door, my dad opening that door the very first time. I
That's
want to say
what's up.
Bob's holding the door open right here. I'm on the step. The hardest part is um the ratios are all off.
Mhm.
Trying to see it
Trying
in
to
my head.
remember it as
The place I'm seeing it from is very much a looking up the steps at somebody doing this
right.
because
You were
I'm
small.
this tall.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a very weird, but then I also have a
So
picture.
you remember it
I have a
perspective-wise a bit
perspective
different.
of
like,
these
yeah.
people as adults with me next to them too.
Right.
Very weird.
Okay. I can.
But
yeah,
that's
I can
one of my.
understand
But
that.
that's why it's one of my favorite questions. I think it's a defining.
I think your first memory has a lot to do with how you look at the world. A lot of times, I don't
Well, or
know.
that it's
I don't
an
know the
interesting-
validity of that statement, but
I think it's an interesting point on perspective, though,
uh-huh.
because here's the facts. How close is that memory of mine to what really happened?
Right. Very true.
I don't know, but man, I love that.
I don't either, cause I just remember all my friends sitting around a table and they were singing "Happy Birthday." That's what I remember, but I have no idea like what it actually looked
if I
like.
go back
or-
farther, I can
you know?
kind of half remember walking from the parking lot, but that may be a false memory because I've been back there and walked
right.
that parking lot. So
Right.
maybe
that's a previous
See,
memory thing.
the one of the big things I remember is the field and the boxes. Boxes, huge.
Mm-hmm.
They were not. I've been back. Oh my god, it is such a. If anybody gets a chance, if in your chapter 2 you look back at your chapter 1,
Uh-huh.
perspective.
Yeah.
Think of the perspective you have now. Show 75.
Yeah. This is show 75, isn't it?
Right.
Second.
Show
Second.
75.
Yes.
Chapter 2.
Yep.
That-
Here, man.
75 episodes.
Yes. Accurate.
5 viewers total. But I mean
5
75.
viewers total. Well, one of these days we'll
Okay,
have
I'm
more
lying.
viewers
I've
than
seen
we
it
will.
get up to 3. Okay, shut up.
One of these days we'll have more viewers than we do episodes.
Well, hopefully one of these days what happens is people go, we need to get people
yeah.
out and looking at it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Spotify, Facebook, YouTube, what else?
Spotify, Facebook. Those are the 3 I can think of right now.
You gonna
I'm trying-
tickety talk or Instagram?
Oh yeah.
Do you have an IG you want to pump out?
I have Instagram. We have Instagram now, Studio 586B. I'm gonna make a Twitter. I'm gonna make a TikTok. And yeah, B.
And is it Studio 586B the line, or is it just 586B the line at Gmail?
586B the line at Gmail. Yeah.
586B the line at Gmail.
Yep.
So when I plaster that all over the universe and tell them they could send us their stories and we'll get a hold of them and talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, and I almost, you know what? I'm not going to talk about the end of the month yet.
Okay. Well then.
Big though.
Is big.
Oh yeah.
That sounds fun.
Open line. Anybody call that wants.
That's gonna be fun. That's gonna
Right?
be real fun, man.
It's gonna be fun.
Man.
It's gonna be fun.
Man.
Get ready for the May Day party here.
Just
You
saying.
heard it here first. The May Day party will be the place
Might
to
need
be.
some coffee. Some caffeine.
Find us. We'll be here
Coffee.
any time of day. Just come look on Memorial Day.
Mayday.
May Day.
Is
May
April,
1st is May Day.
1st May Day?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I almost
okay.
would have posted. I love May Day in my head because May Day has 2 meanings.
Right.
Hey, spring, May Day,
And then Mayday.
help,
I need
May Day.
Right.
That's maybe I'll put that up today, being a second. That I very much had the 2 perspectives of May Day feel very real to me at the moment. God, it's gorgeous
Mhm.
outside.
It is nice.
It is. I had a run for nicotine. Don't want to even say the word. What?
What?
What? So, when we talk about the idea
Mm.
of telling stories, mesh that with that idea of library of experiences. That's what we're trying to create. You know that, man, I'd love to go over there and ask them if I can record the conversation.
Right.
Yeah, let's do that. We don't have to leave, though.
Right.
Amazingly enough, current technology has gotten to the
I
point.
wonder if you can call into that library.
Dude, we're trying to get them to call us. Why do you keep sending them over there?
Well, I'm saying
I know, no,
because
stop,
they don't know
stop.
who
No,
we are
we're
yet.
doing it here. Okay,
So
but
we can call them,
no,
and then that's what I was
you're-
saying.
yes. Why don't we concentrate on what we're doing?
But okay,
We're doing that. We're gonna get people to
Yeah.
tell, and then
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. We may talk to somebody in the Netherlands because Yeezy made another
Actually,
one.
Yeah.
Yeezy made another one.
Yeah, he's.
You know what? That's a good. Let's mention Yeezy too in the world of
Yeah,
sponsors.
we got some beats now. We got beats.
So we can use them in our
I'ma
live
have
music
to-
shows.
Yeah.
Yeezy made another one.
Go to YouTube, look up Yeezy
How
Beats.
is it Yeezy Beats?
It's YICIBEAT.
EEATZ?
Yes.
Yeezy Beats.
Yes.
Yeezy Beats?
Yes.
And he's in the Netherlands.
Yes.
So he could go to the library to have the conversation and record it for you
Actually,
in
yeah.
Dutch. And then you'll be like, this is worthless to me.
hey, can you go record this?
Can you find only the ones that speak English?
Yeah, good morning.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag. I don't know the Dutch word for good morning. That's why I said Guten Tag.
I think
But I think it might be
that
the
works.
same.
I think
It might
crosses
be
over.
the same, yeah.
I
I
know
know
that-
German and Dutch are similar.
German is Deutschland, so I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
but boys with fingers in dikes is Dutch.
Really?
And windmills
Oh, clogs
and wooden shoes.
and clogs are
and wooden shoes.
That's
That's
the
Dutch.
other one. The other one.
No, clogs
okay,
are Dutch.
okay. That's Dutch too.
The Netherlands, yeah.
Okay.
I think Netherlands and Dutch is that's
Okay.
right.
I always get
Which then means so isn't Amsterdam?
yeah the one that, yeah I always get confused with that.
Well, no, that's in the
yeah.
Netherlands, right?
Is it? I think it might be in the other one.
No,
Is it in the other one? Or is it in the
No.
Netherlands? Amsterdam.
you're very confused.
I am. I don't
The point being,
I don't
though-
understand Europe very well.
Okay,
Geography.
good news.
Geog-
we don't have to
geography.
figure out the geography of Europe today. We're in luck.
No.
So instead,
Instead.
we're going to go back to the idea that we found some information there that we're going to kind of add to the way we want to see the world.
Yes.
That when we heard the building block of come to this place and hear people share real experiences,
Mhm.
when we saw that building block with the Howard Stern
Mhm.
bring together a group of people, show people real life, that's interesting.
Mhm.
And start stacking that with the radio concept and the other bits, and what you get the idea of how do I build that library?
Mhm.
586 stories.
Keep going. Keep making new stuff. Adding new.
And one of the things is along the way, you're going to get to see 586 behind stories. That as we talk to people and work on this, no, this is real. Relevant. The reality is, no, trust me, I'm going to come to you and say, I need your help. I need to raise $60,000 this week. $60,000
Accurate.
will put us in a position into the next chapter, next stage.
Right.
To get the final paperwork, to get the 5013 up properly, to, create the situation where Geo is its own entity. Always the goal.
Right.
Those of you that don't know, I have taken what I would call a strict vow of poverty. I'm not looking. Carter comes up, and people will be able to understand that. And prior to finalization of the 501(c)(3), that account that money goes into, I share with my mom.
Okay.
Will probably be on the board of directors. As far as I've talked to her about that, I have a couple other people I've talked to. You have to have a minimum of 3 people.
Okay.
You tend to want
More than that, I'm guessing.
no.
Okay.
It's not about numbers. No,
Okay.
you tend to want different
You want
qualities in each
everybody
of 'em.
doing different things,
Well, they're
or
not
being
doing.
able to do.
Here's the
Okay.
thing: they're not really doing something.
Okay.
You're not asking them to do something other than oversee the money
Okay.
more than anything else, and hopefully like you and be willing to raise money.
Right. Got you.
That's some of it.
Right.
That's some of how you end up with. Yeah.
Board of trustees.
Right.
Stuff.
Exactly. Well, but what that does is it creates the oversight. I'll tell you secretly. Chapter 3, second student.
Mm.
Chapter 3, full understanding we're not a single thing again. Every chapter is when you think you've got it figured out.
Yeah.
We add
another
more.
piece. Right.
But if you watch, each piece makes sense.
Mhm.
If you watch, every piece is about feeling, creating a world, sometimes uncomfortable. You're you and I'm me. Actually try to find the lines. But the reality is, until we could find you and me,
Mhm.
we're not going to find any lines until you take those masks off.
Mhm.
Until you quit going, okay, what's the right answer? And go, this is my answer.
Right.
Doesn't mean your answer's wrong,
Right.
but I know this is my answer. How do we figure this out?
I got you.
That builds in. Want to hear more voice.
Mm.
Want to hear more perspectives. Want to see experience.
Right.
I've said all along, I love artists.
Mhm.
And by that, when I say artist, I mean people that create things.
Right.
That covers musicians. That covers sculptors. That colors, as far as landscapers, architects, people that love creating form and putting it out.
Yeah.
Because in that moment, they share a piece of their perspective. When you look at it and go, wow, I never would have seen it that way, but that's beautiful. Because you never would have seen it that way. That's their perspective.
Mm.
And they've shared a piece of it. Literally right now, I'm picturing like a front yard. I really want to redo the front yard. Constantly building stuff. But that's how we really see each other. I can see a person most clearly when they're in their creative state.
Right.
Because they're expressing who they are.
Mm.
Instead of trying to express they're supposed to be.
Very different. It's a very different thing.
Yeah, and I find music and art is a way that quickly people will unlock that lock just to let that little bit out. And so it's like this vision of who inside. And my mind, but he has that. Some of it's a harder nut to crack, maybe.
Right.
But we all have that piece that is us. That beautiful, that part where you're like, oh, wow. Everybody, every single thing can teach me something.
You learn from the apple.
Oh my God. Well, mathematics. The beauty of the precision. The concept that bringing that scale of a heavenly object.
Right.
I mean, God is God in that picture. And, it's that moment of spark as life is given between the universe and humanity. No matter what you think of it religiously, it's that moment.
Yeah.
It's that transference of energy to next chapter, the humans, if you will.
Yeah. I just got an idea.
For a show?
Well, what? Yeah, for some questions. For
some questions? That's
for
cool.
some interview questions.
So when I took history of architecture, thing that is amazing is watching us evolve the way we express ourselves. I think we've gotten to the point where we've overexpressed ourselves building wise.
Building wise, yeah, we
have
we've
more
done
than
a
we
lot.
need.
Yeah,
No,
we've done a lot.
we've ruined our earth by covering it in crap. Let's make it a little more covered in artistic.
Right.
Chapter 4. We're not there yet.
Hmm.
Chapter 3, though, the idea of expressing that this is something that share it whether somebody's going, yeah, you know what, we already have the soundboards at a church. And you know what, we won't hold the kids back too much. But we'll put our voice out there.
Well,
Or, you know
we're
what?
on 2 right now. So,
I know, that's why
I got you. I got you.
you're gonna fight me no matter what
I'm
I
not gonna
say
fight
today.
you, dude. I'm just gonna say
The opposite.
2 is gonna be amazing. 3 will be here when it gets here.
Right. I was
Yeah.
trying to point out the linear aspect of our thought and how it all relates. So the reason I was discussing chapter 3
Mhm.
was so that 2 made sense in the middle. So the only reason I was bringing it up was to point out that as much as it may seem like we're all over the place,
Mhm.
we're not.
Mhm.
So if I just give you 1 and 2, it doesn't express a line as well. I'm not talking deeply about 3. I'm trying to talk about how each chapter is the idea that we want more people to feel seen.
Mhm.
That outside of us,
Right.
we have consistently talked about our need, our desire,
Right.
not to tell people stories.
Right.
And the best part is this was a conversation with one that said it fall of last year. And it was about, oh, you looked at me and you said, I get that. Like, oh, I get it. It's that, like, I like that. We want to hear people's stories.
Mhm.
We want people to feel heard.
Yes.
When people hear make noise, be heard, they're like, oh, them rapscallions are going to make noise. They want to be heard. No, I want you to make noise.
Mm.
And I want to hear you. We want you to feel heard.
Right.
Unless your name's Amber. Heard enough of you. Tomorrow's Amber Heard Day. Are you excited?
Oh yeah.
How are you? How hard?
I'm
No.
gonna try my hardest though
No,
to
you,
not like curse up a
you
storm.
can't. No, that's
I'm
the
gonna
problem.
I'm
That's,
gonna I'm
this
gonna
is-
restrain
Tomorrow
myself.
is Amber
you know?
Heard Day, and you're not allowed to curse.
I'm gonna try and be tasteful.
You are only
I'm gonna,
allowed to use the
I'm-
word. No,
listen.
listen, grumpy's the only acceptable word for
I
poo.
think no, I
She did. She left the grumpy on his bed.
I think I'm gonna write some jokes. I think I'm gonna write some jokes.
Okay,
And I'm gonna
okay.
come with some clean jokes.
Okay.
You know, unless it's about grumpies, because by their nature that's not a clean joke.
Well, grumpies are not clean,
No, they're not.
especially when left.
They're
on
the
the,
opposite
especially
of
when left on your
clean.
comforter.
Exactly, you know? It's
I've
not
dealt with
very comforting, you know?
The amazing part to all that is I've dealt with cats with that issue. Like they're trying to tell you something, and I'm like, did you try words? I mean, Amber
Did you
could.
try words?
Anyways, we don't want to overly.
Okay, yeah, we don't want to go down
They've
that path.
heard us. They've heard us.
Yeah.
They've definitely heard it.
Yeah, we've made noise. A little bit, you know?
Well, the goal is them to make the noise and for us to hear them. One world, one people at our fingertips. Real people,
Mm-hmm.
not a fake thought people need to have anymore. Well, but I don't know anybody over there. Why not? That's because you're choosing the option of, well, if I don't know them, I can treat them badly. I don't have to care about how they're treated.
Okay, there you go.
But we're month 5, so 4 months into the year, right?
Yeah.
Of working at this, doing the social media thing, even doing any of that.
Yeah, doing a lot of things.
What continent do our fingers not touch?
Antarctica.
You know what? I bet my brother can get somebody on the phone. So one step.
Yeah.
So this is, let's goal for the month of May
Mm-hmm.
is to play 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon.
6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Till we get to Kevin Bacon. That's the goal.
Well, who do you know?
Well.
No, the reality is, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Kevin Bacon to call. Absolutely. But I'm telling you, I'm putting a phone number and a chat number out. Chat number is how you get a hold of us. But I will talk to anybody. We'll be recording it. We will go live regularly. We'll see random stories throughout the month. We are building. We are coming. Make noise. Be heard.
Yeah.